Between the dry air on flights, stress, new foods, and weather, traveling can wreak absolute havoc on your skin. So in this video, I'm going to give you 9 tips to keep your skin glowing while traveling, and I'll share with you the exact routine that I've used to keep my skin looking great on over 100 flights and counting. I'm Annie, I'm a frequent traveler, and I run the travel account Average Girl Does Cool Things. And before we get into today's video, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more travel inspo and how-to content. All right, let's start with tip number 1, and that is getting your ish together before you even get on that flight. And I'm not just talking about packing. So pre-flight, I always make sure to have a good meal with lots of veggies, lots of hydrating foods, so things like watermelon, cucumber, and make sure that I drink a lot of water with electrolytes. I'm also going to avoid sugars, alcohol, and salty foods. That's gonna help just keep my hydration levels up and bloating down. Basically, I'm trying to go into the flight without pissing off my skin. Once I've taken care of the internal, then I'm gonna take care of the external, and that's tip 2. Getting ready for your flight, make sure that your skin is super hydrated, so put on your favorite lotion, maybe use a face oil if that's something you've tried before, it works for you, and then wear your sunscreen. This is something that not enough people do. Don't forget those UV rays are way concentrated when you're on an airplane. So if you're sitting next to a window, you are getting like a full blast of sunshine. So sunscreen is so important when you're flying. Now, if you're going into a longer flight, consider wearing no makeup. It's gonna give your pores a break, it's gonna let your skin breathe a little bit better, and it's gonna allow you to just go ahead and reapply moisturizer as you're flying. Tip number 3 is kind of a repeat of tip number 1, hydrate. Drink water like it is your job when you are traveling. I always either carry a refillable water bottle or I'll pick up the largest water bottle that I can get at the airport sundry store, and I make it my mission to at least finish one of those every 3 hours. Tip number 4 is to remember that planes are gross and hygiene is important. Y'all ever see those like TikToks or reels of girls who are like in the bathroom on a plane doing a full skincare routine? Like, more power to them, love them taking care of their skin on a plane, but please, for the love of Pete, don't use that water on your face. Airplane bathrooms are really dirty, and I don't know that that's the best place to be doing like a full skincare routine. In general, you want to avoid touching your face as much as possible and make sure that you're bringing products where you don't have to dip your finger into the container. That's just going to keep introducing more bacteria into that container and create problems and more breakouts. If you are going to touch your face, or if you're going to do a quick reapply of moisturizer or something, make sure that you sanitize your hands first. So here's my personal routine whenever I travel and I need to do a skincare set. Now, mind you, this is only on long haul flights. So long haul meaning like over 7 hours, then I'm probably gonna do some sort of like skincare routine. But if I'm just doing a quick 3-hour hop or something, not necessary, overkill, don't bother. So here's my routine. I start by sanitizing my hands, of course. Then I use a face wipe to go ahead and get all the gunk, the makeup, whatever I have on my face off of my skin. I saw a great tip that a dermatologist had where she makes her own makeup wipes by soaking cotton pads in micellar water. I thought that was a great idea. So if you don't want to buy your own skin wipes, maybe try that. Then if I've got a spritz with me, like a nice little water spray, I might do that just to kind of, you know, like if you wipe your face with like a makeup wipe, it doesn't feel like you're totally clean. But if I do a little spritz, it feels way better. So a little spritz first. Then I'll use a super hydrating serum. I love this Summer Fridays jet lag serum, works wonders, and it comes in this great little travel size, so I don't have to worry about getting swiped at TSA. Quick dab of eye cream. And then I like to use a leave-on mask. So I've been using this jet lag mask, again from Summer Fridays. This thing works great. You just put it on, leave it there. You don't have to worry about wiping it off. It blends in, and yet it keeps the moisture like sealed into your skin. It works absolutely wonders. And then finally, lip balm, which is like the thing I will go to over and over and over again. I really prefer Kiehl's, or again, that Summer Fridays is also a great lip balm. So that is my mid-flight routine every single time. Then I have a pre-landing routine. So when we're like 90 minutes out from destination, I will use a paper face mask to go ahead and like plump and quench and like get my skin feeling really hydrated and dewy. Yeah, it looks crazy, it's embarrassing, but you know, it works. And you're probably never gonna see these people around you again, so you do you. Then I love to follow up with just a tinted moisturizer, some mascara, and a little tinted lip balm. Now this is, of course, only if I'm gonna be like going out after I land. If you're landing at night, who cares? Just do the face mask and like call it a day. But I hate having to do a full face of makeup when I'm actually on the plane, so this is a great routine to just land looking sort of refreshed and put together. Now, pro tip here, be very wary when you are opening any makeup or a sealed container where it has like a gel or a liquid in it, because the plane's pressure can make that baby explode. I speak from experience. And shout out to the girl who like handed me a baby wipe when my tinted moisturizer exploded in my lap. Oh, that was bad. Tip number 5 goes back to that sunscreen. When you are traveling, please don't forget to bring a hat and long sleeves, even if you're going to a super tropical destination. I've made this mistake a couple times, especially when I went to Maldives and I didn't have like a long sleeve swim shirt, and I absolutely fried. Remember, sunburns are your dermatologist's enemy. So don't forget to pack enough sunscreen to last you the whole trip. Don't forget your hat, and don't forget a long sleeve shirt. That was tip number 5. Tip number 6 is to not try anything new. Now, I'm guilty of this one because I love getting all those little sample packets from Sephora, but when you're traveling, your skin is already stressed out. So it's important to keep using the things that you are familiar with so that it doesn't add additional stress to your skin. And you don't wanna like bring a new moisturizer and then find out that you have a reaction to it. So just don't try anything new. And with that, tip number 7 is to be gentle. Traveling is like not the time to be trying on your retinols or your like face scrubs, unless this is a thing that like has been prescribed to you and is part of your absolute must routine. Leave it at home. Be gentle with your skin because it's going through a lot. Tip number 8, don't forget that your skincare extends to more than just your face. Your neck, your ears, and your hands are so neglected when it comes to skincare. So don't forget to use a little bit of that product and spread the love. And especially with that sunscreen, don't forget your décolletage, don't forget your ears and the backs of your hands. Trust me, as somebody who's like now into middle age, putting sunscreen on when you're younger, so grateful, so grateful. And tip number 9 is to remember to bring your masks and a good face oil. I'm obsessed with the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery, but that thing is so freaking expensive. So anytime I can get a sample, I'm like, but these products can help with a quick rescue if your skin is feeling dull or dehydrated. And for an extra bonus, try keeping them in your hotel's mini fridge or in an ice bucket. It can do wonders for depuffing and making you feel like a human again. Just make sure you don't accidentally leave them in the fridge or the ice bucket. Done that, it's a bummer. Okay, that's a quick 9 tips for you on how to keep your skin glowing when traveling. If you have any tips that you want to share, be sure to leave them in the comments so we can all learn together. And until next time, go create a life you love. Bye.